Hi, this is Josh Feinberg, CEO of Everlasting Capital. I wanted to touch base with you guys. It's been a crazy past, year and a half in regards to the pandemic, COVID, people going back and forth about crazy topics. It's been a crazy year. But, the biggest impact that we've seen, and I'm sure everyone else has seen, is business.
COVID crisis has impacted so many industries this year as the virus forced businesses across the country to close their doors.
And business has changed so much in a year and a half. And, a lot of people say that you must adapt or you're gonna die, right? It's one of those cliche sayings, everyone's heard it. Now, one of the big things that we've done at Everlasting Capital is we have pivoted from what we used to do, the programs that we offered, and how we go about conducting business. Pre-pandemic, we had a lot of callers. We had a lot of dialers on the phone. We had a lot of different things that were in place. Now, it took going through the pandemic to see where the issues were internally at my company. And these are just some of the things that we've done to be able to adapt to the current business environment to make sure that, A, we're successful, but B, we can run things a little bit smoother with less people, right? So when the pandemic happened, we had to let go a lot of our employees. It was unfortunate, but it was something we had to do just because, with everything changing, the fear of the unknown and expenses, and then obviously revenue dropping, right? We had to make that change. It was, it really, to be honest, it sucked, right? We had to let go a lot of good people. However, to be able to overcome that, those people were, revenue producing, positions, but not only that, it was service level positions as well. So the big thing that we had to think about is how to be able to get through it. So, since then, when the pandemic happened to now, we've completely automated our company. Now, what I mean by that is being able to take a look, at certain type of job duties that could be automated, right? Whether it's data admin, being able to take applications and entering them into the system. That used to be a full-time job for us, but we've taken it to the point where we can automate. When someone fills out an online application with us, that information gets put right into our CRM system, and it literally takes that position away. It's unfortunate because that's less jobs for people. But at the same time, it's something we needed to do because we had to condense and we had to, let go of some of our service workers. And that helped us tremendously, was being able to add automation just in that aspect, right? And then as far as programs, pre-pandemic, we were about 50% working capital and 50% equipment. If you follow us and you've watched a lot of our videos, you've heard me say it. Now that we're, I wouldn't say past it, but, we're very much into it, we've changed our focus from, our marketing standpoint to equipment financing, right? Equipment financing through the entire pandemic, and especially now, has absolutely been booming, right? Think about it. Transportation, manufacturing, and construction. It's been incredible. Those businesses have thrived. And when businesses thrive, they have needs. And especially in those industries, there's a huge need for equipment financing, right? So we kind of, followed the money, right? We followed the industries that were thriving and that needed help. Because at the end of the day, that's what we do, is we help business owners. But not only that, there's a lot of other brokers, especially the ones that we teach in Equipment Broker School. They've been seeing a tremendous growth in the industry because there is such a need there, right? So, let's go over those two things that we've changed, right? Is automation. Automating as much as we possibly can. Automating, marketing type standpoints, right? So not only do we, automate servicing, but we've automated marketing as well. So when a lead comes in, we've really put a lot of time, effort, and money into automating a lot of manual tasks, right? Whether it's text messages, emails, follow-ups, so on and so forth, right? So we've done a lot of automating, and then we switched to where the money was going. Working capital was a little bit difficult, right? Working capital under stopped lending, right? They stopped lending, and they're lending now, but the thing is it's not the same as it used to be. So we pivoted and made sure that we're following industries that are thriving, that need help. Because unfortunately, we just didn't have the ability of being able to help the people looking for capital. And then not only that, is the government was helping a lot as well, which helped a lot of small businesses. We are seeing a little bit of an uptick in working capital as the PPP and the EIDLs are, getting smaller and smaller and, less useful. So we have the ability of being able to provide the capital, but equipment financing right now is absolutely booming. So, the whole point of this video is just showing that you have to pivot in business, especially when a market changes, especially when something happens that's never happened, in history, and we're in it right now. So the biggest piece of advice that I have for you is being able to automate as much as you possibly can from the beginning, because I wish I did it about 5 years ago. And then secondly, being able to automate your marketing, automate follow-up, automate manual tasks, so it makes it so your salespeople can actually close more business because they're working on, getting people funded rather than working on just getting in touch with them. And then lastly is being able to pivot. If you're in the cash advance industry, I absolutely suggest coming to the equipment finance industry and seeing what it's all about. Because I'm telling you right now, the equipment finance industry feels like the cash advance industry back in 2012. And if you were around in 2012, trust me, you know what I'm talking about. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great week. Thank you, and we'll be back soon.